Protesters gathered in Los Angeles to oppose federal immigration authorities conducting operations at businesses across the city. Immigration advocates say they had confirmed at least 45 people were arrested without warrants across 7 locations. ICE declined to discuss the details of its operations.
They've captured the entire downtown core.
LA
There's so many of them out there, we couldn't arrest them all
said the
if we wanted
activity
to.
was meant to, quote, sow terror.
What are we gonna do?
I have called every patrol in the state. I've even called the fire department to hose down the protesters, but they refused.
Well, what are the options then?
There's only one option left.
Gordon, I am not gonna start gassing people. Do you hear me? I gave the protesters my word. The press would have a field day with me.
Jim, I think we're past having that choice.
Sir, the White House is online too.
All right, okay. All right. Just do whatever you have to do. And just do it fast.
President Trump deploying 2,000 members of the National Guard
to Los Angeles to control growing protests over federal immigration raids.
President Trump deploying the National Guard, sending in 2,000 National Guardsmen as angry crowds protest his administration's aggressive deportation efforts.
What specifically was he suggesting that the U.S. military should do to these protesters?
He says, can't you just shoot them? Just shoot them in the legs or something. And he's suggesting that that's what we should do, that we should bring in the troops and shoot the protesters.
The commander-in-chief was suggesting that the U.S. military shoot protesters.
Yes.
We are ordering you to immediately disperse. Otherwise, you'll be the subject. I need you to stand up and leave. Otherwise, we'll force you to leave. I'm not going to say it again. We need you to stand up and leave. Stand by. Fire canisters! What democracy looks like. That is what police state looks like. This is what democracy looks like. That is what police state looks like. This is what democracy looks like. That is what police state looks like. This is what democracy looks like. That is what police state looks like. This is what democracy looks like. That is what police state looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Gil Levis now, he's overhead in Sky 5. Gil?
Well, Rick, we're showing you here Atlantic Boulevard and Alondra Boulevard here. This is the second time today that the LA County Sheriffs have taken back this intersection as
everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy.
In the city of Paramount, a large protest grew Saturday after rumors spread of an ICE raid near a Home Depot. At one point, demonstrators tried to stop a law enforcement bus.
Some say amid the tear gas and rubber bullets, they have lost credibility.
President Trump
attended a UFC fight in New Jersey after announcing he has deployed at least 2,000 National Guard troops to LA in response.
President Trump today calling those protesters insurrectionists, while suggesting that his border czar Tom Homan should consider arresting California Governor Gavin Newsom.
Saying in a memo, the protests constitute a form of rebellion against the United States. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth adding on social media that the administration is also considering mobilizing active duty Marines, an idea the president did not rule out late today.
What is the bar for sending Marines to the bar is what I think it is.
area, any big city in this country, to sort of quell unrest.
I mean, I know the Marines that are there, that are deployed, they want to do their duty, they want to do right, and they want to defend the Constitution. But I think we all recognize, every veteran I talk to recognizes that this could end horrifically. The Marines from 2-7, who are the Marine unit that's been sent there, they're an infantry unit, which means they're trained to close with and destroy the enemy. They've been training to do this for many months, and the training that they've just had on how to deal with civilians, maybe they've gotten in the past 24 to 48 hours, if that.
An unlawful assembly, authorized use of less lethal munitions. The unrest spilling over onto the 101 freeway, with demonstrators temporarily halting traffic that afternoon. While the protests play out on the LA streets, the federal and state governments are at odds. A coalition of 22 Democratic governors condemned President Donald Trump's deployment of 2,000 National Guard, calling the move an alarming abuse of power. But President Trump says it's to help restore order. Both California Governor Gavin Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass are urging peace